Hello, 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 hello. My name is Noelle, host of Authors, Writers, and Wannabes. And today is Monday, February 2nd, and this is our fourth podcast. So we did start new from the year of 2026. I did have a podcast before, but I ended it a couple of years ago and started anew. So we have a guest online, and his name is T. Scott. He is an author, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hey, good evening, y'all. Good evening, y'all. Author T. Scott. That's one of the personalities. Another personality is Anthony Scott, ESQ. So somewhere in between there, you're going to get both of them here today. So here in sunny Cleveland, just excited to be on. Noelle, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm in your hands.
So the sun is still up in Cleveland?
Nah, I'm being sarcastic as hell.
Oh, okay. I was like, dang, y'all got a lot of sunlight.
No, remember, we had to cancel last week because of the snowstorm.
I know.
Everybody,
we had to cancel last week because of the snowstorm. I wasn't able to get to my equipment in time. So sorry about that. If you were trying to look for us, I was not here. But I'm here today. So T. Scott, you are an author.
Yep.
You went from wannabe to author. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about book. When did you decide that you wanted to be an author?
I first put finger to keyboard back in 2014. I was writing something that was autobiographical. It's called Raising Jeremiah. Well, it wasn't autobiographical, but it was fiction. But it had a lot of autobiographical things to it. And I lacked the emotional intelligence to be able to really delve into that stuff, the trauma, the pain, you know what I'm saying? And so I pulled back from that. I still got it, though. I plan on releasing it in 27 or 28. But then I started working on something nonfiction. The working title back then was Professionalism 101. And it took a decade, but that ultimately became my first book that we were talking about, Unlocking Potential Insights, Tips, and Strategies for Young Black Professionals. So it took a decade, but I got it out there. Now I'm rolling.
Now it took me 5 years to write my book because it was an emotional trauma for me.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
And you've read my book.
Yep.
Yay.
Look, it was good. It was good. I told you, I think you I'll just say to anybody that reads it, with all due respect to your dad's experience and his trauma, you got your own story that's so much more powerful and compelling, so for that reason, I wish you continued success on it. I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna say I expected anything bad, but I just expected it to be more about the legal stuff. That's already my world. I don't care that much about it. But now you put something out there, so continued success on that for real.
And that name of the book is The Daughter of the Innocent Man, and that's by Noelle Daniels. Yes, you can find it on my website, noelletheauthor.com. And I'll send you out an autographed copy. That is my memoir. I do have a children's book. I have 2 children's books, 2 coloring books, and I have a healing journal for divorcees and for people who are going through relationship issues and separation. So cool beans. So tell me about this book now. So y'all, I bought this shirt. If you're watching, I bought this shirt just for this show for Mr. T. Scott because that's what his book is to me. Can you see it, T. Scott?
I can.
So this shirt says, I like my book spicy and my coffee icy. His book is very spicy, y'all. Okay, so let's delve into the book.
Okay. I appreciate that. So the beginning of this year, January 8th, I dropped I write in 2 genres. That's why I came on writing or speaking about being 2 different people. So T. Scott is who's writing in the adult fiction erotic space, right? So that's who wrote Yes, Mrs. Smith, which is book 1 in the More Money Than Time series. More Money Than Time. So the first one I just released as an ebook. I am going to reformat it and release it as a paperback novella when I drop the second book. and that one is called Meet the Sullivans. I'm already working on that. Started
Meet the
doing
Sullivans.
Yep.
I can't wait for that one.
It's on his way. It's on his way.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
So your Yes, Mrs. Scott is a novella.
Yes,
It was
Mrs.
short.
Smith.
It was short. It was short and sweet.
Yeah,
Short, sweet, and spicy. I would describe it as short, sweet, and spicy. So if you want a little short, sweet, and spicy, little romance, erotic, then that's the go-to. And I'm actually working on one too.
there it is. Get it out there.
Yeah,
Get it out there.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's an introduction, right? The main character, Aaron, little Midwestern guy. He in his senior year of college. He decides he wants to, and I'm not going to go too far into the spoilers, but he decides he wants to make some extra money, so he participates in a charity auction. And let's just say that charity auction changes his life. So young Aaron Simon, who you meet in Yes, Mrs. Smith, is not the same person that you're going to see in book 2 and book 3. You know, that was him at 24, and book 2 picks up with him at 36, and we're going to see how he got to 24 to 36.
Okay. So where can you find Yes, Mrs. Smith?
Yes, Mrs. Smith is on. So first I would point you and shoot, I don't know if there's a chance to share.
I'm gonna hold on. So I'm bringing it up right now. So do you not have your kid? Okay, so this is his book, y'all. Can y'all see?
It's blurry. Can we do a screen share, or I don't even know?
Well, there we go. Not well. Okay. It's called Yes, Mrs. Smith. It's a cool cover. I really like that cover.
I appreciate that.
Who did that cover?
Me.
Oh, you did the cover?
Yeah, I've done all my covers thus far. 1,000 years ago, I was artistic. I had that background in commercial arts, so forth and so on. I mean, all this is creative to me, right? It's cathartic to be able to put my works out there and feel good about them.
Right. So what part, when did you realize this book had to be written?
I'm gonna keep it a buck as I started spending more time marketing my other works, and I started realizing like people don't really like professional development. You know, the nonfiction space. Yeah. Again, the first book, nonfiction. The second book, Overcoming Imposter Syndrome. You know, people love those in the spaces that they love. You know, the imposter syndrome. I'm out there talking a lot, speaking. That's cool, but people want to actually have fun. And then part of my story, right? Whenever I talk about living in your authenticity, right? Being who you are.
Right.
And so where I'm at this point now, I'm 53 years old, a grandfather. I ain't the same person I was in my 20s. Right. But that person but that person is still there, right?
Right.
You know, in my mind, I don't sit at the side of the bed and think about getting up in the morning. I just get up and go. But the reality is, no, I got to sit there and think about it a minute. But so there's that part that's still there, and it's like, let me write that story. Let me not worry about what people think if they see this work from me, right? It's not the same work. It's not normally where I'm speaking. I gave a word at a church a couple of weeks ago, you know, so I'm all over there. I'm all over the place because that's what God allows me to be. I'm gonna be diverse and I'm gonna be authentic. So I said, let me start writing this. But the crazy thing is, Yes, Mrs. Smith is one series or one world within a 3-series universe.
Right. Okay.
I first started working on this book called Boundaries. And then there's these bad guys that show up in Boundaries. This couple that's like, you know, that couple. They the eyes wide shut, masquerade ball kind of couple. So then I'm like, well, maybe they need to show up somewhere else. So I put them in the next series you're going to see from me, and it's called The Vault. The Vault is erotic horror. So it's actually
erotic what?
Erotic horror.
Horror. Okay,
horror,
gotcha.
Yeah. So it's based in.
I thought you said erotic horror.
I mean, it's kind of redundant, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's some of them in there too, but no, it's erotic horror. So it's based in a lifestyle club, a sex club that's paranormal.
Gotcha. Okay.
So actually, the same place that But that's a spoiler. I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
You didn't.
Now, where did you get these ideas from to write these erotica books?
I mean, well,
Oh, should I not ask that question?
I mean, nah, you can't. I'll just put it this way: you haven't read Imposter Syndrome yet. So, Imposter Syndrome, the first chapter is my life, is my story. So, just like you, I used to be an entertainer, and so that was part of my life. Right.
Okay.
So I stopped doing that right before I went to grad school. So I've got my undergrad, my master's, and my law degree, but I stopped just shy of going to, actually, no, I did it in grad school. Just shy of law school, I stopped being an entertainer. So there's always been that part of me, right? It's a part of who I am. And so there's a space to put, a little bit of fiction, a little bit of reality. I did
you have a lot in common then.
That's why I said I appreciated your book. Yeah. I didn't have the adoption.
Well, you didn't tell me why you appreciated it. Now I know.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, it's been who I am, right? I was doing that when I was in my early 20s until early 30s. So, in one regard or another. So, there's stories to be told, but then I've also got I believe, a creative imagination. I watch horror movies. I love Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story, so I delve into the dark stuff. So it's a chance to do all of that. But we was on a plane. The missus and I went to Puerto Rico for New Year's, and I got an idea for a book that has nothing erotic to it whatsoever. It's a romance, and I'll write that next year. But I spent about 8 hours working on that, so it was about 40 pages, single space, just me typing on my phone. So you just go with inspiration hit.
Yeah.
You just go with
Now, did you have any challenges when you wrote this book?
Yeah, this one's challenging. This one is challenging. It's a whole new voice. It's a whole new voice.
Now, did you have any challenges when you wrote Yes, Mrs. Smith?
Oh,
or it just flowed?
All of them have challenges. I don't say I get hit with writer's block, because if I find myself in that writer's block space, I just go do something else. Like, I had a great writing weekend this weekend. I got a lot accomplished. But then yesterday, I was like, I'm tired of writing. I had a lot of nervous energy still, though. We sitting there watching TV or whatever, and I'm sitting there, I'm doing visuals for the characters. That's one of the things I always do, is I create visuals so I can see them. They become real. That helps me describe them. So I did visuals for about 15 characters between book 2 and 3 yesterday.
Maybe I need to do visuals. I never thought about that.
It helps. If you look on my social, you'll see the vault, right? And it's kind of has a lot of those different characters. I like to have fun with it. One of them I did. I blended all the characters together like Young and the Restless and had that music going in the background. So I'm just trying to have fun with it. I took myself serious enough that at this point, I'm just trying to put something out there. Thankfully, people are rocking with it. I appreciate that. So I'm going to just keep coming up with it.
Cool beans. So how do you balance structure with the spontaneity when you write?
Sometimes it's where I'm at, and sometimes I can force myself into that space. So I'll put on my headphones and listen to some John Coltrane, or I'll listen to some R&B if I'm trying to be more in that this is how this person moves on this day. If I'm writing something darker, more violent, then I might pull out Limp Bizkit. I might go with Linkin Park. Obviously delve into my hip hop, my pop, my Jigga, Coltrane. Not Coltrane, J. Cole, if I'm trying to be a little bit more philosophical. And again, there's sometimes though I just can't get it. And so I know I got stuff I got to market for other projects. I know, whatever it is. So if I just can't get myself in that space, then I do it. And also I don't write chronologically. I don't write chronologically.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't
try to outline it, but if I got to bounce, then I bounce.
I bounce around too. So interesting thing that you said is that you listen to like songs, right? So I was on a Zoom call yesterday with my host host. I am the host.
Right.
With my guest with my guest for next week.
Uh-huh.
And the next week's podcast is called Writer's Block: How to Get Unstuck, How to Get Stuck, How to Get Unstuck, Stuck, or something like that.
You got it.
Yeah.
You need to go eat. It's time to go eat now.
It's time for me to eat, y'all. I haven't eaten all day. So, and we were talking about, she was talking about one thing that she would recommend is production.
Okay.
Like songs, plays, movies, and stuff like that to get out of writer's block. I was like, that's a very interesting concept because I never thought about that,
So wait, she's talking about writing for those or break
no,
that down
no. Like if you're stuck, like in a chapter or you're stuck writing, you don't know where to go from there. Listen to a song, watch a movie, and maybe right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that next week. That's interesting that you said that though, because that brought me back to my Zoom call yesterday.
I mean, it's all about balance, right? Yesterday, before I started writing, I had my cup of coffee, played with the dog. I watched one of those episodes of Wonder Man, that new Marvel thing, and then I said, let me shut it down. And I was able to get like 5-6 hours of writing in. So I mean, I just flow with it. So, but sometimes it ain't gonna happen. And I agree, go distract yourself. It ain't that serious that you gotta go straight forward.
Now, are you one of those people that have to write it down? You have to type it out. You have to talk into a phone. What do you do when you start?
Everything you just said. Everything you just said. Yeah. I sat there. We went out of town one weekend, and then I forgot my laptop. I was pissed. I forgot my laptop, and I knew I had a window to do some writing. So I got up at like 7. And I went to the bar area. They wasn't serving, so I just had some coffee, and I was just typing in my notes. I was just typing, organizing, and then at some point, once I had something worthwhile, then I put it in Google Drive so I knew it would be safe. And then I just kept typing. So I ended up typing for like 4 hours. Then the missus went for a massage, and I had like another hour and a half free. So at that point, I went into the hotel lobby, and I just started transposing it and just kept working on it. So that actually was Yes, Mrs. Smith. Now that I think about it, that was Yes.
I wonder if people in the lobby was like, I wonder what he's doing. Maybe he's an author.
They was tripping. I was sitting there so long, they act like I was a staff. So they was just saying anything the hell they wanted to say.
They probably come up to you talking Espanol, huh?
They did, yep. Un poquito.
Poquito Espanol.
See.
Oh my goodness. So which character or idea in the book changed the most during revisions, or were there any?
Ooh, that's a great question. Aaron is the lead. He started off as something completely different. I started all 3 books as it was just going to be a book. And then quickly I realized that it had layers to it. And so I said, well, let me just concentrate my efforts on Yes, Mrs. Smith and treat this as that historical piece, right? Like you said, it's a novella, it's short, it's spicy. 95% of that book is him that one night, right? That one night as a senior in college. And the rest of the book takes you from, like I said, I think 23 to 36. And that's presuming there's not a book 4. We'll see.
Hey,
book
put 2 it out there in the universe.
Yeah.
Put it out there. Yeah. So that's cool.
But he changed a lot. His physical structure changed. Like I said, I do visuals. So his physical structure has now become another character in the series. His original physical structure. So he changed a lot.
Now, do you write multiple books at the same time?
I try not to, but I am.
Does it sometimes confuse you, like on the characters and where I'm trying to go in this book because you got something else in your mind from the other book?
Not as much as you would think. I did have to make a clear choice. Can I say this? I had to make a clear choice how much the vault, which is the paranormal, bleeds into other stories. Like I said, there's 3 series. The vault is 1, there's boundaries, and there's more money than time. So, but the thing is the Vault was the first book. It's the one I've been working on so much longer. But once that idea for More Money Than Time hit, then it took over. You know, I think in the last 3 months, I may have given the Vault 3 days worth of work. Yes, Mrs. Smith took over. Originally, the Vault book 1 was supposed to drop before Yes, Mrs. Smith. But again,
really?
Yeah, it just took over. So even now, I got 3 titles I'm going to release this year, Lord willing. Well, 3 more titles. So Meet the Sullivans will be next quarter. The Vault book 1 will be 3rd quarter. And then I have another nonfiction book called Fitting 25 into 24. And that's time, energy, and boundary management for high achievers.
Now, do you have a date set?
Nah, I'm just going with quarters right now. I'm just going with quarters.
Yeah.
I do want Meet the Sullivans done by June to take advantage of, that's the season, right? You out, there's more expos, things like that. So I'd like to be able to have my 2 nonfictions. I'm going to print Yes, Mrs. Smith by that point, reformat it, print it as a novella, and then also to have Meet the Sullivans. So I want to be able to tour with 4 books by June.
Good. So I have 2 books that I'm currently writing now. The reason I asked you that, one is a romance novel. It's not a novel, it's a novella.
Okay.
Because I'm not going into, oh goodness, I got a novel right here that I got a spotlight in a minute, but it's like 360 something pages. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
When it speaks to you, it speaks to you though.
Yeah, I'm writing a romance novel right now and a fiction book about The Boy Who Found a Home is the title, and it is about a little 10-year-old boy who has been raised in foster care and has now found an adoptive home. So last week, one night, I had went from writing for about 20 minutes on the romance novel to going to The Boy Who Found a Home. And that it didn't confuse me as much, but as the same characters in my romance novel. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because
I'm like trying to decipher, because one time I had switched the names. It's 2 couples in there, so I switched the names and it was wrong.
What are
you doing, Noel? But it doesn't confuse me when I'm writing 2 books. And I'm ADHD, so I'm all over the place.
But that's your superpower, though. You get tired with one thing, you pick it up. I mean, there's a value to that versus trying to force yourself into a linear line of thinking.
Right. Yeah.
So, but no, that what you just said as far as switching the characters up. I mean, like I said, I mentioned there was 2. There was that couple that showed up in one, you use them in another, but then I brought the wrong names over. I brought the more wholesome couple, and I'm like, wait, what am I? Yeah. I mean, it is an easy fix, but it is what it is. But you just let the process take you where it takes you. I did a major rework on a character today. I can't even say I did it. I see it. I moved some chapters around. I left myself some notes because I was on my lunch break or whatever, so I knew I had time to do it. But they live, right? They live. They are living, breathing creatures that talk to you or ignore your ass and do what they want to do.
You see my cup?
You gonna make me put my readers on, Lord. Authors, writers, and Wannabees podcast. Brandon.
Hey.
Brandon.
Well, as of what's today? Monday.
God, why you
Here I go again. Here I go again.
Why you gotta bring that up? It's Monday.
Today is Monday, so by Wednesday I will have all of my merchandise on my website to sell, and the tumblers is going to be one of them. Amen. Won't he do it when he will? Okay, that's noeltheauthor.com. And if you are just now logging in, we have special guest T. Scott on the line. He is talking about his novella, Yes, Mrs. Scott, and his and also his other books. His what you say?
You say Yes, Mrs. Scott. Don't be getting me in trouble.
Yes, Mrs. Smith.
Right. It is fiction. It is not my real life.
My bad, y'all. Yes, Mrs. Smith.
Right,
Not Mrs.
right,
Scott.
right,
Yes, Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Scott been came in there and be like, look
right.
now, host.
Yeah. Although she liked that book, she won't tell it. She liked that book more than the
Oh,
other
did
two.
she like it?
Yeah, she liked
Liked
it.
it. Yeah. That's cool.
I told her yesterday
So
she's made her way into the third book. I won't tell her where because she doesn't do my arcs or betas. She actually just reads it when it's done. So she'll see she's made her way into a crucial role in the book.
yeah. It's crazy because my next story was, did any real life events or people inspire parts of the story? We already
Um,
answered that question.
I did do the charity auction. I'll say that part.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
No. We don't have to answer.
As an attorney, I believe in doing research.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Okay, so which authors or works shaped your voice or worldview?
you know what? So that doesn't track with this part of the conversation, but I would say one of the most crucial books I ever read was Autobiography on Malcolm X by Alex Haley. I mean,
Yeah.
that was foundational in my life. I've read it a couple of times. I used to work for Department of Juvenile Justice when I was in the Marines, and so I would work with the kids. I would give them the book. We would talk about it so that way they understood, you know, when Malcolm, if you indulge me, I'll give you an analogy. Martin Luther King at 25 already had his PhD. He was already involved in the civil rights movement, and he was presiding over a church. You look at Tupac at 25, that's when he died. You look at Malcolm X at 25, he was Detroit Red. So it's all about what experiences happen in your life and give you that opportunity to grow and evolve. And so that's one of those things I appreciated about his book, that he taught himself, how to read by reading in jail, the dictionary back and forth. So that book, Man Child in the Promised Land by Claude Brown, Makes Me Want to Holler, Nate McCall, all of those books that are very foundational into me. And it kind of spoke life into me, right? They helped me appreciate, like, I didn't come from, what's the poem, Life for Me Ain't Been No Crystal Stair.
Yeah.
And so for me, single parent household, mental health challenges, that's another thing we share in common that I learned from reading your book. So navigating all that, light skin in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, once the barge was done, we was done. I had the curly hair and all that.
No, we were,
So we did. So you ain't have a community, right? You ain't had no community. So all of that marginalization, that loneliness, if you would, that eventually started seeing that wider world, helped me learn a lot about myself. And so that really shaped my worldview and helped form the importance of trying to pour into people, whatever that looks like, right? Whatever that looks like. So yeah, that's different than this part of the writing, but nonetheless, it did help me have the audacity to say, I'm gonna put this in writing and put it out there for the world. And I think I got something they're gonna enjoy.
So, someone asked, which service is currently taking up the most of your time and where do you need support? I'm reading that from. Okay.
Is that for me or is that for you?
I don't know. Oh, that's for you. Social media management, edit and proofreading, website design and development, book marketing and promotion, formatting and laying out your books, cover design,
book marketing, all those other things. I'm comfortable with myself and or the team that I have, but the marketing part, I mean, content would always be nice, but I've used people to do content and it's their vision versus mine. And again, if I'm in this space where I'm trying to be authentic, then it's got to be mine too. But there's a balance out there I got to find with that. The marketing, though, getting it out there. I got somebody working on Fiverr stuff, or from Fiverr helping me with stuff, but that part.
The marketing aspect of it?
Huh?
The marketing aspect of it? Fiverr's helping you?
That's the biggest challenge. That's the pain in the neck. And I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of scammers out here, right?
It really is.
I think in your email, even when you had to tell people this ain't a scam, this, that, and the other. And then as the author, or people think the author be on some BS too. Right. And so that part, after a while, you really do get jaded and you're reluctant. especially with all those people that go on there. They're like, oh, they got 1 million followers, but they got 3 likes because all them damn bots.
Yeah,
so
because they're bought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what? My son's name was my son was named after Malcolm X.
There it is.
His name is Malcolm.
The oldest or the second?
My oldest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you I read it.
Yeah.
I read it. Cover to cover, not the Cliff Notes.
Okay, I got you. And he gave me a 5-star review on Amazon. Won't he do it?
It was real. It wasn't
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So,
you said you can find yours on where? Where did you say you can find your book, Mrs. Yes, Mrs. Smith.
It's on. If you go on it's on Amazon. It's on Apple Books. It's on Ingram as well as Kobo. So, but I'll just do that for a few months, honestly, because the only thing I'm seeing any real traction from, if I'm being honest, is from Amazon, and Apple is secondary. So
Apple, really?
Yeah, Apple is secondary. I haven't really seen it pick up yet the way I would like it to. But here's something I was going to say to you, though. You said you're working on a novella. Oh, and you may already know this because you've been in this game longer than me. But some people are funny about novellas. Novellas and short, not so much short stories, but novellas and series, because they're waiting on the next one. And I get it, right? One of my mentees and one of my frat brothers, shout out to Kingpin Gemini, Amir Ward, to the Qs. But it is. But like his series, God's Reject and Welcome to 10-5, right? At this point, I'll be cussing him out because I'm like, dog, I'm sick of waiting for that Kane. And Kane don't drop till December. So we be talking about this other character named Cupid. I'm like, man, Cupid can die. I will kill Cupid, run him over. I don't care about that character. I'm waiting on that Kane. So people get to feel in some kind of way waiting for series. So for me, I don't know if the novella has hurt me because it isn't a full title, and I'm good with it. I intentionally did what I did. But I hear that people really like to know when the series are dropping. So that's why book 2 and 3 are going to drop within a quarter, 6 months of each other. So just be cognizant of that with the novella space. Some people be funny acting about it. Believe it or not, I got a degree in English, but you wouldn't know it the way I'm talking right now. So I'm comfortable.
But you know what? I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and I had read a post the other day, and someone said that that's all that they have out is novellas. 16 novellas, and they are making a killing off of 16 novellas.
You know what? Because it's 16 products. It's 16 products. You got that much out there. You get somebody to bite, they go looking for the other stuff. So that's the space I'm in now, because this may be my 3rd project out there, but it's 2 different genres, and everybody don't get with the nonfiction, and I understand that. So, but this one, they'll be good. They're gonna have a lot with over a 2-year period to work with.
Yeah. Now, you don't have this in hardback or paperback.
No, and we talked about that, right?
Okay, so tell us.
It was really just a strategic choice. It will be in paperback. I've never done a hardback, and that's just me. I don't know why. Actually, I will, though. When these series are done, I'll do a final with bonus content. That will be a hardback, but I won't do hardbacks during. But yes, Mrs. Smith is being reformatted for a paperback, and I'll drop that right around the same time as Meet the Sullivans, because I do appreciate that people have their different appetites. I may even have this one recorded for those that
that's what you need to do from Yes, Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, so
I use 11 Labs to record my memoir, and it's on Spotify.
Okay.
I think if you read that book,
I don't know if I'm gonna be the one to read it.
No, you have to do it in your voice. Oh, they go, baby. One lady's gonna tell her.
You can't just do it as one.
One lady's gonna tell her girlfriend, girl, you should have read this book, or should have listened to this book, and it's gonna trickle down the line. You're gonna get so many people listening to your book. I think you should.
I mean, I do. It's definitely something I intend to do. Whether it's something that I do or someone else will do determines. I did the audiobook for this one. We're still working on the Overcoming Imposter Syndrome,
Okay.
and it's done. But then I got sidetracked dealing with other stuff. So where I'm at now is I'm doing my version of the edits so that I can give it back to the engineer so that he can clean it. We come in for a final, and then we're good. So I want that done this first quarter. So we'll see what that tempo looks like. I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff out there. So I just
It's a,
want to make
it's a,
sure
and
I'm
it's a lot to do. People don't realize when you an author, that
yeah,
is so much that you have to do. It
yeah,
is so much
yeah,
research that you have to do. I mean,
yep,
you have so many like platforms like I didn't even know about Ingram when I was writing. I thought it was all Amazon,
yep,
you know?
yep.
You got Ingram Smart, you have Amazon, you have Kobo, you have Barnes and Noble. And what I did originally is I uploaded to Amazon first, of course.
Hmm.
Then I did Ingram.
Uh-huh.
And then I didn't know from Amazon it flows over to, or Ingram it flows over to
Ingram
Barnes and
flows to
Noble.
Amazon. Yeah,
So I uploaded it
and the
twice
library
on
system.
I uploaded it twice on Barnes and Noble because I didn't know that from Ingram it
Yep.
flowed to Barnes and Noble. So when I went into Barnes and Noble for them to have my book in the stores, they were like, "Well, you have two books on Barnes and Noble." And I'm like, "What?"
Yep.
And I'm like, it's just so much stuff that we have to do, so much research, and just, make sure you got everything, your ducks in order, and just be careful of the scammers out here. I mean, because when you come out with a book, you're going to get 10 emails probably that week saying, "Hey, I love your book," and, telling you what it's about. They just typed your book in the chat
Yeah.
GPT to get a
Yeah.
description of it, and then put it in an email and saying, "Hey, this is
Yep.
so," and they from out of country because they got an out of country name. And I'm like, why would you do that? If I'm scamming, I'm not going to use an out of country name.
One almost got me. One almost got me. She was very good with her pitch. She didn't hit me for the aggressive part for a few days. Um, but then I was like, nah. And I was like, well, let me see. I like to support small business. I'm a small business owner. So then I was like, nah. I started doing my back end research. I'm like, nah, I don't see no website. I can't see no presence. You're not doing this. Nah.
Yeah.
And so then I said, thanks, but no thanks. And then she just proceeded to cuss me out. Just
No way.
intermittently. Oh, yeah, intermittently for a few days. She told me I was short-sighted because for what it would cost for a cup of coffee, I didn't believe in myself. And I'm like, so eventually I
Oh,
just blocked it. I mean, it was personal. I'm like,
right.
you want to hurt my feelings.
Right.
I was like, man, you did when it was all said and done. So, but
You
yeah,
said it.
she went at me for a minute though.
Wow, that's crazy. So, yeah. So, I do have my book in a couple of Barnes and Nobles. But my goal is to have them in more. And of course, I emailed Barnes and Noble to try to get them in all 600 stores. And they were like, well, not at this time.
Right.
But I was told that you could go in the Barnes and Noble store. So I just take,
That's the
I
move.
just take one book in there, and then I take the other book in there, and they're over there. I ain't gonna go get them. I'm like, have you heard of this book before? And they're like, yeah, well, I know that book. Well, this is, I'm
It's
the
mine.
daughter of the innocent man. So
Yeah.
they were like, no way. I was
Yeah.
like, yes way. So they were like, from there, they was like, let me order some copies. So I was like, cool. Okay.
Well,
This
you
is
work that
easy, man.
hand. Working that
But
hand.
it's just so much stuff that we have to do.
It is.
So many platforms. And I didn't even name half of the platforms. Do you know about Draft to Digital?
Yeah, it didn't. I never experimented with it personally, but I did do my research on it, and it just wasn't. What I prefer is if I'm going to do order fulfillment, I'd rather do it myself. I draw most people to Amazon at this point, but I get out and speak a lot, and so I want my copies coming to me, and I want to be able to do that personal fulfillment. And that was what their biggest value was. And I was like, I do most of my sales at conferences and things of that nature. So
Okay.
yeah, but it seemed like it's a pleasant alternative. You figure it's
Yeah.
really like you got Amazon, you got Ingram, and you got everything else that you're trying to use to either support and complement them or to avoid it.
Now, do you have your ebook as a I can't remember. It's that checkbox where you're only able to have your EPUB on
Not
Amazon.
this one. Not this one. The first
Okay,
two, the two nonfictions are on Kindle, and I see the royalties from it. So I mean, I appreciate that, particularly as I'm out speaking more. I'm seeing there be a pickup on that. But nah, I didn't jump out there to do Kindle Unlimited with those at first. I did it
Mm-hmm.
after time. So with
Uh-huh.
this new genres, particularly with so much content coming out, I'm being a bit I'm pausing a little bit on that.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
when Meet the Sullivans comes out, I will put it on KU just so that way people can get to it real quick. But
Yeah.
I normally won't put anything on KU for at least 2 to 3 months.
And people, KU is Kindle Unlimited. You're
Yeah.
speaking author term here, sir.
My
You got
bad.
people who are listening that are not authors.
My bad, y'all. It's late. It's 8:41 in Cleveland. I still got on my suit. I ain't even got comfortable yet.
KU is Kindle Unlimited for those people who are listening and are not authors.
You got to give them the definition now.
Won't you go ahead and do that? Because you know my mind all over the place right
Right.
now.
So here's the thing with KU, right? Obviously, you want people to read your book. So if you can get it in their hands, that's great. If you can't get in their hands, the next best thing is to give them a platform that they could read it, and then they can decide if they want to buy the hard copy, the paperback. They can just read the whole book as a digital, or they just hate it altogether and they just do not read a DNR. So, but as the author, when you do that, you can only have the digital on Kindle, on Amazon Kindle. So you get per page compensation that they read, even if they don't finish it. And that's the incentive for it. And it's as a reader, it's a great tool. It's at $19.99 a month. I do it. You know, I've read, I mean, compared to some people, I'm slow, but I've read 3 books, counting yours this year. That's why I'm trying to write 2 other books. You know,
So
so I'm proud.
you don't think it's worthwhile for the author if you have
I
it
do.
Kindle?
No, I do, but I'm saying as a reader, I appreciate it even more.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, because I mean, $20 a month, but I just read 3 books. You know, I think I probably read like 4 in December. You know, so if you can read digitally, it's a great tool. Now, if you
Yeah,
can't, then it is what it is.
I really don't like digitally. I prefer a book in hand. I've
Okay.
always done that, but with yours, I read yours, and I haven't finished. I haven't finished it. I plan on finishing it this week. But I read a
Oh,
lot of. No. Do you know I have so much to
no,
do,
no, no,
baby?
no, no. I don't. I meant all like I know. I hope I didn't say anything that ventured into the spoil. So no, I mean
No.
we all
Oh,
busy.
so I'm waiting on book 2. I mean, because the southern, you said the south Cleveland, the
It's
southern, what is it?
Meet the Sullivans.
Sullivan's, Meet
So
the
yeah,
Sullivans. I'm waiting
Meet
on
the
Meet the Sullivans
Sullivans.
too. So yeah, I can understand how people be like, okay, I'm
Right.
waiting on that next book now. You know,
Well,
this is juicy and this got me enticed and it's very interesting. So I want the next
okay.
one.
I can honestly say, and like I would say, it sucks, but I can honestly say, book 2, book 3. I wish I could show these visuals.
I
I put
know.
the cover out there the other day, so that's on my
Oh,
social
did you?
media.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there a way to share on this thing?
You know what? I
Probably
told you
not.
I'm not tech savvy. I wouldn't even know where to tell you to look, sir.
Let me see.
So
Oh
I
wait,
use
there
StreamYard.
is a share
I'm with
screen.
B,
Let me see.
I'm with BS3 Network, and we use StreamYard. And I'm not tech savvy at all. I used to have an assistant when I had my podcast before. So if you asked me to do anything on here, I wouldn't know how to do it. But did you figure it out?
I did. I'm
Oh,
trying to just because you mentioned
okay. So where did you find it? Or maybe we need to talk about that after.
right. I'm trying to bring up the cover of Yes, Mrs. Smith real quick because you mentioned that and people couldn't really see it.
Yeah.
So here is the cover for Yes, Mrs. Smith. I was about to say Scott.
See, it's not just me.
So can you see it?
No.
No, then maybe I don't know what I'm
No.
doing.
Maybe I need to allow you to do it.
Probably.
But
Don't worry about it.
hold on. What is
Okay.
this? What is this over here? I don't know. I done messed up something. Okay, I don't want to mess up nothing. Oh yes. Add to stage. There we go.
So can you see it?
Yes. Yes, Mrs. Smith.
Let me see if I
Yes,
can
we can
blow
see
up
it.
a little bit.
There we go.
So,
Yeah, I can see
oh,
that.
let me show you.
Yeah, look at that.
So that's the young
Yep,
Aaron.
yes, Mrs. Smith. Okay.
So
And I'm
let
gonna
me.
remove it. Okay.
No, leave, I
All
was gonna say
right.
leave it
So
up. I was gonna show you
I'll leave it
something
up.
for
You want me to leave
the.
it up? I just
Yeah, I was
okay.
going
I left it up.
for the for your ladies that are watching. I wanted to give them something. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
Aaron as an adult.
Hey, Aaron.
That's Aaron now.
Uh, Aaron kind of cute.
Man,
Is Aaron a real person or is Aaron AI?
Aaron is enhanced real person.
Okay. Where
Um,
Aaron at? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just
sure
joking.
you
If y'all are now just tuning in, I have had T Scott online with me, and this is his author spotlight. So we have been going over his book, Yes, it's Mrs. Smith, and all of his books to come. He has some more, but would you call it a sequel? Is that what
see,
you call it?
yeah, or the next book in the series.
Next, so a series. He has a series.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, is that
that's
who is that?
that's Aaron and Tony.
Hey, Aaron and Tony.
Tony's the fixer.
Tony's a fixer, huh?
Well, Tony's the fixer.
Whose private jet is in the back?
That's at that point is Mrs. Smith's, but Aaron will have his own.
All right. So I want to go over this book that I have been reading lately. Miss Loretta Enright, which is an author, sent this book to me, and it's called Deception.
Okay.
Okay. It's about a 10-year-old boy who needs who has had kidney failure and he needs a kidney transplant. Okay. And it goes into it's about 2020. So this was in 2020 when this 10-year-old boy needed a kidney transplant. It's a 366-page book. So this is a novel. Okay. This is a novel.
Unquestionably.
Okay. That's a lot of read for me. I probably will not finish it, but it is a great book. It's very interesting. If you've ever had medical professions and children medical needs and you're not getting those met, this is a great book. So you can find it on Amazon. I did go to Amazon to look it up just to see. And I think it's only like $9.99 or $12.99 on Amazon. Miss Loretta has it on her website as well. It's called LorettaWrites.com, and that's LORETTA Writes, WRITES.com. So I want to read the back of it. So deception is a highly emotional, according to one medical source. How far does a family go to save their child's life? How far is too far? This book deals with hard concepts on family relationships and trust. Do we trust each other to make the right choices? And do we trust our doctors? And should we? So that's a good one. Anybody in the medical profession, that would be a great book. Anybody that has had a kid that's sick in the hospital and you haven't trusted your doctors and the medical staff, that is a great book. And it's a great book for anybody who is interested in that. So let's finish this out with you, Mr. T. Scott. So do you want the readers to know anything else about you or the audience?
Let me see. I was looking here.
Your
I
notes.
Still share one more time. You don't let you do notes. You be like, hey, here's what we're gonna do. I'm like, all right, keep me on my toes. I'm good with it.
You want to share something else? Oh, okay, I can
share. Yeah, I will share that. I just put my link tree up there. So if anybody wants to go on my link tree, what I do is everything is there. So depending upon which side you want to know about, T. Scott, the horror writer, the smut writer, whatever, you can check that guy out there. That's the TikTok, the Amazon links, the Apple links, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, if you want to know more about the professional Anthony Scott and the work that I do, serving the Cuyahoga County here in Ohio as a director for housing and community development. So I'm out here trying to save the world as best as I can, using God's ability. Former Marine. If you want to see me and the missus building out our podcast, Beat the Scots. All of that is in the link down there. So check that out. So, I just like anybody else. I want to support, but I want to know that I'm putting good stuff out there. So hit me up. The website is on there, the social media, whatever. Let me
All
know if
right.
I'm doing good. If I need to work on some stuff, let me know that too. Leave reviews. Leave
Yes, that's the most
reviews.
important
Leave
thing. I don't think a
reviews.
lot of people know,
They
that's
don't.
that's where we make our money from, right? Like on Amazon, if people are
Yep.
saying, "Oh, you only have two reviews." Oh, I don't want to read that book, It's kind of like
Yeah.
people,
Real talk.
they want to be in the know,
Yep.
right?
Yep. No, you're
So it's
110% right.
important, people. So if you've read a book, go leave a review on Goodreads or
Yep.
Amazon. Goodreads, I
Yep.
think, flows over to Amazon.
Both of them.
But I don't think Amazon flows over to Goodreads. I think that's the, isn't that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I've also
So,
noticed they're inconsistent. But I believe you said it right. But it's
yeah.
whether they decide to work on any given day is the question.
Oh, yeah. So we talked to Mr. T. Scott. All right. We're going to wrap this up. Let's see. Do I have one more question for you? I think I can find a question for you.
You got me. I'm all ears.
So, did you discover anything that changed your perspective?
Break that down for me a little bit.
Behind the scenes of writing this
Uh-huh.
book, did you discover anything that changed your perspective?
A lot. I mean, this is a whole different skill set, right? Sitting down, analyzing, writing down research, footnotes, and all that for the other books. This ain't that. This ain't that. You still do your research. You want to make sure that you're describing neighborhoods right, or you talking about a body part goes here. You want to make sure you can explain that, articulate that right. So it's much more visual writing in the fiction space. I write fiction as if I'm watching a movie. I'm trying to that's why I said the visualizations, right? Help me see these people and just be able to explain it, be able to explain the senses, be able to explain the transitions, get a artist, or excuse me, get a readers enough credit for being intelligent that you ain't got to spell out. He walked across the street, got on the elevator. You know what? Give him the benefit of he left the house to go to work. He was at work and saw the most horrific thing he ever saw. Whatever. So it's a whole different skill set. That's kind of why I didn't jump out, honestly, if I'm being completely 100. That's why I didn't jump out so quick with putting this into print format, because I wanted to see. I used beta readers. I used ARC readers. So again, if I'm being an artist,
memoir, I should have, and I didn't know about it though. That's something else, y'all, that you have to, as an author, have to know about. You want your beta readers and your ARC readers. And if you don't know what it is, ChatGPT, Google it.
See, I was about to tell you to explain it like you made me do, but okay. But
hold on, ChatGPT is your best friend. Do you hear me?
I've learned about money laundering for book writing.
Yeah.
My wife's like, we gonna get arrested. I was like, babe, we still here, so I guess they don't care enough. They know I'm an author, so they don't care. But I mean, you learn about all kind of stuff on there.
Yeah.
But no, that's it. Doing that extra research to make sure that you're tapping into what the readers want and that you respect them enough to give them what they spent their money on. That's a whole different space.
All right. Well, until next time, keep writing, keep creating, and keep sharing your story with the world. T. Scott, I do appreciate you being on the show with us tonight. And if you ever need anything, reach out.
There it is. We'll find some more stuff.
And my website again is www.noeltheauthor.com. You can get my memoir on there, The Daughter of the Innocent Man. And you can get my journals on there, my kids' books on there. And that's about it. All right. Until my next 2 books comes out. Yay!
There it is. Get them out there.
Will soon be released. Okay.
Get them out there.
They will soon be released. All right. Thank you, Mr. Scott. You have a good night.
All right. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.